You're good at this. You should keep doing this.
You think I might have a career with
Yes.
What up, y'all? I'm Dometi Pongo, and I'm here with a legend who needs no introduction. You know where it's Salt. People closest to her know where it's Cheryl.
Yeah.
You might know her from Salt-N-Pepa.
Yeah.
The legend, she's here.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Say more about me.
Oh, let me say, listen, one of the pioneers, all the girls that you hear out here doing hip hop right now, whether it's duos that are doing hip hop, whether it's lyricists, whether it's women who rock the show, that's Salt-N-Pepa. They don't exist without her. I mean, sampled by multiple people. If we're talking about music and hits that have traversed decades and decades and decades and decades, this is quintessentially who that is, what that is, and she got new music out. Make some noise. One time, everybody in the room for Salt! Is that better?
Oh, you didn't have to say all that. Thank you.
Let's start with new music.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here in Brooklyn at the Soapbox Presents Stoop Sessions. This feels like old school Brooklyn.
Yes.
And you came in with some new music going crazy.
Yes.
Tell us about new music.
I love Stoop Sessions because, you know, back in the day, we used to walk miles to find the block party. Like, we hear some music or we heard there's a block party or a park jam, and that's a special thing about Brooklyn, and I just love this series. And I'm bringing back all the old school, the vintage, the pioneer, as you said, the icons, bringing new music now because I've heard that people are looking for some old stuff from some of us, and so I started working on some songs and they came out pretty fly, and then it turned into an album, and I'm starting to drop them and just, you know, do what I do. This is what I do.
What did it take for you to get back in that mode to write again? Like, had you been away from the studio for some time?
Yeah.
And how did you get back in that rhythm to get back in?
Yeah, well, I'm a producer, and I've like haven't really talked about that a lot. Like, my first song I ever wrote and produced was Expression, and it was a platinum single, you know. But being that this is a male-dominated field, especially in the realm of producers, you kind of feel like, am I a producer, you know, even though I got a platinum song? So eventually I started just looking at my catalog and all the things that I have done, and I've been in the studio for years, but I never felt like secure enough to put music out because it's just my music, and I know the world is used to Salt-N-Pepa. But as I become more mature, I'm like, you know what? I got something to say, and I'm going to say it. And I think it's something people really want to hear. So I'm excited about my new album. It's called Salty and Lit. We are salt and light, right? That's what the Bible says. So we got to put our light up on a stand and not hide it under a bowl. I've been hiding my light under a bowl, but I'm done with that. I'm outside.
We outside. We sharing your light. I love that, baby.
Yeah.
Like, I also wanted to ask this question. It's funny because one of the people who performed, Crystal Kane, is the ill producer. She performed tonight.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask her this question, but it's for you as well. When people think about production and some of the records that we love, why don't you think a lot of the women producers put themselves on Front Street? Even so many women who MC and also produce their own music. Missy Elliott is the first that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
What's that imposter syndrome about with platinum records? I still feel like you can't say you're a producer. If you can't say it, who can?
Yeah, I know. It's strange. I was talking to somebody earlier about that. I can only speak personally for myself because Herbie was the producer for Idol Makers and everybody. He was like the genius in our mind, but I came up under him. I was his girlfriend. I was there, you know, so I was learning how to produce, and I feel like I always had him as so high that I felt like I couldn't, you know, like match up to that. But I don't have to match up to it because I'm me. And that's the same thing with women producers. I feel like because it's a male-dominated field, just like with rapping, it started out with mostly men. It took us a long time before it became a lot of women, right?
That's right.
So I feel like that's also changing, and I want to support women producers, let them know that they could do it. You ain't got to be a man.
That's a fucking fact. I mean, pardon my French, but it's a fact. Most of the things we listen to...
It's a fudging fact.
It's a fudging fact. Sorry, let me speak respectfully in front of the queen. Hiphop Was Born Here is streaming on Paramount Plus. Salt, tell me about the documentary. I asked Washington and Shantae what makes this doc different from a lot of the pieces about hip-hop. Can you tell me what makes this different?
I feel like it dug deeper into the personalities of the artists, taking them back to like where they grew up and where this happened and that happened, where Run and D met and so on and so forth. It was very intimate and it was so authentic because Uncle L did it, you know what I mean? Like, he loves hip hop, he's authentic to hip hop. and paying homage to, I feel like I just don't want the next generation to forget. I feel like they're forgetting, and that's not fair, you know what I mean? So I feel like this documentary brings a much necessary, needed light to the pioneers, so they're not forgotten, so we're not forgotten.
If there was one place you can go back to that you're like, okay, this place exemplifies hip hop for me, what is one of those places?
Well, I grew up in Bushwick, and I lived right across the street from Bushwick High School, and there's a park on the side of the high school, and I remember hearing the music from the park, and I think I might have been like 12, and I was sneaking to the park. I was one of the kids, my mom used to come get me out the park. The DJ be like, Cheryl James, your mom is here, literally.
Damn.
Come beat with
On
the
the
belt, on the mic, and she be in there with her slippers and her belt. So in my mind, that's where hip hop started for me.
I love that. And that's what the documentary gets into. It talks to all of these different MCs and says, where was hip hop born for you? And it takes you through this journey across several episodes. Super dope.
So
all
good.
of our legends are in there. So good. I got a chance to host the premiere, actually, which is the first time I got a chance to meet you and say hello. So it was good to get a full convo with you. Is Salty and Lit coming out independently?
Yeah,
what is the business of the situation?
So I have a marketing genius that I'm working with. She's incredible. Little Detroit, I call her. And I leave that kind of stuff up to her, basically. But I would say, is that right, girl? Independent, yeah.
And here's why I ask, and you know, you could pivot if you don't feel like talking about this on this joyous occasion, but I know earlier this year, there's been a dispute with you and the record label UMG because your rights were supposed to revert back to you guys after 35 years. They're claiming that, you know, they're citing a stipulation that says that doesn't happen. Can you talk about the business of that and what you've learned from dealing with this when you're supposed to get back what's due to you?
So the copyright law says that, you know, your masters revert back to you after 35 years. It's been over 35 years. We did all the right things as far as putting in paperwork and so on and so forth. And so they're just stalling, using it as an excuse not to give us back our music. But even more than the legacy, and it's only fair that we get it back, and we're also fighting for other women, other artists, because this has been going on for a long time. And Salt-N-Pepa been known to kind of stand up, you know, at times when people might be shy of an issue. We're not shy of the issue because we also want our music back on Spotify and on Apple Music. Fans are like, where's the music? This girl hit me up, she in my DM, she was like, when I tell you I listen to Hot, Cool, and Vicious every single day, she was like, where's my music? You know, so we're just praying that, you know, everything comes to fair and for us and for other artists moving forward.
That's exactly what this is about. So it's about creating a way for other artists. We're going to support Salty and Lit when it's out. You got a release date?
Yes. Next year.
Now we're going to hold it to you now.
But I'm going to be dropping some singles, though, up until the album comes. So Salty and Lit is one song, and then today I did Chosen. And Chosen is basically about, like, the ones that started the game. They were chosen to do this, and we need to just come on back and do what we do.
I love it. All right, last one. Before we get up out of here, we got to get back to the party. You said that one of your fans said they listen to this record every single day. What is a song that you can listen to every day?
Oh, every day. I could listen to any Maxwell song every day. I could listen to any Angie Stone song every day. I'm a neo soul kind of girl. It just puts me in a good mood. That and gospel music makes me feel good.
And then we got to end it on hip hop. Who's on your Mount Rushmore?
Who's on my? Oh, I don't even. This question.
That's hard, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
They asked me on the way, and I tried to come up with my top 5. It was too hard.
I can't. I'm not even gonna try. Salt-N-Pepa's at the top. That's all I know.
Salt-N-Pepa's here. Well, Salt is here. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate the time. And it's so cool to just kick it with you in Brooklyn on a monumental day like this. Can't wait for the new music. And I tell y'all, she ain't missed a step on that stage, man. You had us vibing out there.
Thank you. I saw y'all vibing.
Oh, man.
And you're good at this. You should keep doing this.
You think I might have a career with
Yes.